Hello, I'm Micks Mowers, and welcome to my channel. In today's video, I'm going to show you how to take out your 10 blade or 6 blade cylinder and fit in your scarifier. Depending on the time of year, you may need to change your attachments over to scarifier, dethatch, aerate or things like that. So you want to know how to do this. The step-by-step instruction video I'm going to give you will enable you to do this in around about 3 to 4 minutes, but be a bit longer in the video because I'm going to show you how to do it step by step. If this is the first time you're watching Micks Mowers, then hit the subscribe button, whack the old bell, set notifications to all. That way you'll be notified next time I upload a video. And if you want to see any more videos on this Cobra Fortis lawnmower and in specific videos what you want me to do, then leave me a comment down below in the comment section. Okay, so the first thing we want to be doing with this machine before we work on it is we want to make sure the machine is turned off at the switch. Okay, make sure the handbrake is turned on. Yes, this machine has a handbrake, and the handbrake is located right at the very top. Just up here, we have a handbrake mechanism. Up here, handbrake on is up, handbrake off is down, as the sticker says on the top. So make sure your handbrake is turned on, and then your HT lead has been pulled off of the spark plug. You don't want this machine firing up whilst you've got your fingers in there. So to do this, it's quite simple. It takes about 4 minutes, give or take, and all you're going to need is a screwdriver and a 13mm ratchet spanner, which comes supplied. So on the first part of the removal process, over on this side of the machine, there'll be one 13mm bolt, okay? And just simply undo that. Once you get it running, it'll come all the way out all on its own. It comes with 2 washers, one flat washer, one spring washer. The spring washer goes in the center. Get that one done, and then turn the machine around to the other side. Round it goes. And then you've got another bolt just here, exactly the same. But this one is captive, okay? And you remove that one just there. Now this one is the one that actually holds this metal guard in place, which stops the cylinder from jumping up, okay? That's what it does. So it's captive one side and not the other, which is different to the one I've just taken off. So take that bolt off, it comes with a washer, and just put that washer and nut back on. Easy. Next thing we want to do is, with your screwdriver, is undo the 2 Phillips screws on the side cover, one on the top and one on the bottom. Now they are quite long, chunky bolts, and maybe a little bit of copper slip on here to put them back in, wouldn't go amiss. And they only have to be done up just so they're well seated. You haven't got to hang on them, otherwise you're going to round them off. So just loosen them off very quickly, very easily. Once they're done, you can then remove the side inspection tray, and you can put your nuts and bolts in there. That way, you won't lose them. Because we've taken this bolt out first, earlier on, you can then just wiggle this plate and that will come off. It sits captive on this little tiny lug just here, okay? It sits captive just there, and that comes off. And when it goes back on, it goes on this way with this little tiny lip on the inside. Now's a good time to take any photographs you may have as to where the belts go and their situ, because we're going to be removing the belt or moving the belts out of the way slightly, and what you don't want to be doing is forgetting which way round the pulleys went. So with a smartphone or on this video, pause it, take a photograph now. With the photograph taken, all you want to do is just lift this belt over top of this idler pulley, tensioner pulley, and then slip the belt off of the bottom one, and then just tuck it back out the way. As I say, now's a good time to take any photographs should you wish to do so. With that one done, all you then want to do is one more bolt here to remove, which is the same as the other side. A little tiny 13mm bolt. And all we do is just remove that one. So it's good if we actually supply with a 13mm ratchet spanner for tools. When it's loose enough, you can just start to undo that by hand. And we're not quite there yet. Now these are the bolts that actually secure the cartridge to the chassis, so they need to be done up relatively tight, and they have got a spring washer behind them. Once that comes off, you've got a spring washer and a flat washer, the same as the one the other side. Right, so now we have the 2 bolts either side removed, the one on the guard removed, and the actual attachment plate removed. Now there's no reason why this 10 blade cylinder won't just lift straight out of the machine. Once it lifts out, you can put that to one side, clean it, do whatever you want to do with it, and then grab your scarifier attachment, which I'm pleased to say is a bit lighter than the 10 blade. Now, just want to make sure before you put any of these in that these you have got a bit of lubrication on the side plates, okay? It does make it just a bit easier for when you go to put them back in. And all you want to do is offer this far side over in first, and then over on this side, just make sure that the pulley is located on the outside and just ease it into place nice and gently. Nice and gently. A bit of a wiggle may be necessary, and then it goes in. And that's your scarifier all in, done. And now just to re-secure it back to the position ready for use, remember you've got your bolt with the normal washer and split washer, and that one goes in correspondent to this one here. Now this isn't quite down yet. Where are we locating here? Here we are, no we are down. This one goes into here, and there's a captive welded nut the other side. So just pick the scarifier up gently, just so it locates the nut, and just start that one off. Once it's started off, you can then spin the lawnmower around or go around the other side of it and get the exact same nut you just took out, which is again one with a normal washer and a split washer. Locate the hole, give the scarifier a little tiny wiggle. Once you locate it, lovely, and then just nick those two up. The reason why we've done it relatively tight, okay guys, because these are actually holding the scarifier to the lawnmower. So once it stops spinning, just give it a little tiny push, and that should be sufficient. Turn that around. I'm just going to nick this one up on this side here. Bed that one down nicely. Beautiful. Now's a good time to put this belt back on where it comes from. So just move this belt back out from under that pulley and just slide it over the top of the scarifying pulley, and then just push this belt over top of this pulley. Just sit behind there, and that's done. How easy was that? Next, we want to put in our locating securing plate, which has got a lug just here, as I say, and then it's got a hole here. Just slide it in, put it over the lug, and just seat it down. Once it's seated, it'll stay there, and you've got your captive square bolt here. And it goes through the back hole. It'll sit still, it'll lock in, because it's got a square on the end of it. And then put that one on, push the back of the bolt in, just whilst you're working it up, and then tidy that one up there. And what that's doing is that's stopping that scarifier from jumping up or moving. It won't allow that roller that pulley to come on up through. Once that's done, the only thing that's left to do is to grab your side inspection plate, seat it on. Now, once you've got it on, it's on the right way around, yeah it is, just give it a wiggle, just so you can locate the holes. You might have to push it down a touch, just so you can locate it. Once you locate it, just start one off. Once you've got one started, before you tighten that one up, go down the bottom and locate that one. Are we there? Yeah, we are. Screw that one in. Beautiful. Not too hard, just well seat them. There you go. And that's your scarifier fitted to your Fortis 20B in next to no time at all. So there you go, quick little video on your Cobra Fortis. This is a 20B, they come in different models, on how to change over from a 10-blade fine cut cylinder, or you can do a 6-blade, over to your scarifier cartridge or any other cartridge that they do. They also do a scarifier, they do a lawn brush, they do a versacut, they do a defatcher, they do an aerator. That's pretty much how to change them over. It's done with about 4 or 5 bolts you've got to remove. It does take around about 3 to 4 minutes to do that, but anything that takes longer generally is well built. So that's good in my eyes. And this is now actually part of a lawnmower. This is actually now part of its structural integrity, which is good. So if you like a video of Micks Mowers and Mower Man on how to change over your cylinder to your scarifier or any other cartridge for that matter, then hit the subscribe button, whack the old bell, set notifications to all. That way you'll be told next time I've got another video. And if you want to see a particular video, then leave me a comment in the comment section down below in what you want me to do on a certain video for your viewing pleasure.